So let's talk about some fun stuff. Let's talk about stability training, essentially using an unstable surface with the goal of improving strength, power, or hypertrophy. Hypertrophy being an increase in size of the tissue, muscle growth. If you're a man, that's bigger biceps. If you're a woman, that's greater definition, muscle tone. They're really the same thing. We're just changing essentially the size of the tissue. It really comes down to muscle growth. So a 2010 position stand and several meta-analysis studies have shown that an unstable surface combined with a strength, power, velocity, or hypertrophy-oriented goal is actually detrimental, and the two kind of work against each other. And this can easily be explained. So let's go over two different exercises and give two different examples. So if I'm doing a bicep curl, and I'm essentially throwing this BOSU ball in for exercise variation, and I'm trying to improve my strength or my hypertrophy, I'm trying to create change in my body, then I can only load this bar so much as it doesn't take away from my stability. Because my body is always going to prioritize stability over the load here, because this demands a lot of neural energy, and this is going to take away from your strength of your curl to make sure that you can stay on this ball. You're only going to be able to overload the tissue so much here because you have to stabilize. It's the taking away from overloading of the tissues that's going to take away from your power, strength, or hypertrophy goals. Same thing with like a squat. If you're performing a squat for hypertrophy-oriented goals or power goals, and you're just doing the BOSU ball for variation, this ball is going to take away from your ability to create change in the squat, because you can only overload the tissues so much as it doesn't take away from the neural demands of stability, because your body's going to prioritize this first, or there just is going to be injury because you can't stay on the ball. So that's obviously the worst thing that can happen. That doesn't mean that using a ball is bad or that I'm against stability training. I treat stability training as a completely separate goal from strength training, and I think it's best to perform them separately. So I would prioritize, which one is most important to you, and do these on either different days, or maybe do your stability training first on one day, playing with different things. If you're an athlete, maybe catching a ball on it or whatever you're trying to do, and then go and hit your strength goals next. Treat these as different sessions, do them on different days, do strength first, hit the stability second, or just mix up the two. There's probably an argument that can be made either way as far as which one is better performed first. There is reason to not do strength-related goals on an unstable surface, and there is benefit to doing them on a stable surface versus an unstable surface.